this, oh, bugger, it's this new chair. Bar stool, rather. So tonight, I'm reviewing an absolute belter of a beer. Golden Pride. Now, this came into Sainsbury's when I worked in Sainsbury's, and we didn't sell it at the time. And I says, what do I do with this? Because we're not allowed to put stock on the shelves that we don't sell. You're not, what they call it, you're not ranged for it. So because we weren't ranged for it, he says, well, what do I do with it then? He says, well, stick a generic sticker on it, bang it out for 50p. And I'm like, hey. So you know that me and my mate had all of them. 50p. I knew what the price was. I'm not daft. And so yeah. So I got something that's worth £2.50 for 50p. It's been £2.50 for years. It's 8.5%. This to me is one of the best traditional beers out there. Yeah, it's an absolute classic. So I'll get the good old, make sure I can read it properly. So Golden Pride is our exceptionally fine strong ale. The rich malty flavours from the from the pale ale and crystal malts are balanced by the North Down, Challenger, Golding and Target hops, lots of hops, creating a full flavoured beer with an intense finish. So, pour the water out. I've got two of these, so I can afford to do one and then Instagram the rest. And I fancied a treat, you know. There's times when you look at your beer collection and you think, I just fancy a treat, and this is my treat. I've deserved it. Well, in my opinion at least. You can't get 1845 either. Jesus. Do you know, if I'm ever near Scotland, I'll have to do a little run up. So yeah, when it came into Sainsbury's, and it was like, we looked at this and and I'm like, they're saying fucking 8.5%. I'm like, get in. And then when they says, oh, put it on 50p a bottle, I thought, you don't know how much it costs. And I couldn't believe it. Oh, the Mango Jack's pink grapefruit. Yeah, I need to get on with home brews again. I will do it. More on the beer this year than anything else. Especially if you're driving through to go to, I don't know, either maybe Stranraer, because at some stage we're going over to Northern Ireland, and I'm going over on the ferry because I'm not taking the plane again. We came back in a storm and the fucking plane was going like this. And I've never been so scared in my life. I literally thought I was going to die with my family. And, you know, absolutely scary. And next time we go to Norway, if I ever know there's a storm, I'll say, yeah, no, put me on the next plane. I'm not going on that. I'd rather pay. It was funny when the sign fell down on that video, yeah. So, for a Golden Pride, it's actually quite a dark, like a chestnut colour. It's quite funny, isn't it? Oh, I'll tell you what, I've never been on anything like it. And now we're looking at them who were quite, what's the word? Who weren't bothered. When it really started to get rough, even the ones that weren't bothered were holding on to their seats and looking a bit panicky. When we landed on the ground, every single person on the plane was clapping and cheering. So you know how bad it got. I've been on some roller coasters, but nothing ever in my life was like that, you know. I certainly thought I was gonna die. Yeah. Oh dear. Doesn't do someone with anxiety much good, to be fair. So yeah, 8.5% chestnut pour. To say it's called Golden Pride, it's quite strange, really, because it's not golden, but it is. Chestnut, little bit of a head. Waitrose. Waitrose are the only supermarkets you can buy this from, and only Waitrose. You may be able to get it on an order from Ocado, but now Ocado are doing Ocado swapped from Waitrose to Marks and Spencer's for whatever reason, so you struggle now. But Golden Pride, £2.50 a bottle. The other week, and I'm not sure of yesterday if it was on a 4 for £6, but I mean, Horninglows, Marston's Horninglow was on a 4 for £6. Fucking hell. I mean, I've been on a plane coming into East Midlands Airport, and I nearly shit myself on the plane. I had to get out, run into the toilet, and it was like a fucking rocket coming out my arse. Splashed water all up my arse, and it was just, you know, obviously nerves. 15 miles is worth a journey. I mean, I went about 20 miles to get this, if not further, really, because Newark from my house is quite a distance. And then took the wife into my workplace as well. This is an outstanding beer. I really wish I could have got the Fuller's Vintage, the Fuller's Imperial, but obviously Waitrose sold out. In COVID, they've sold out quickly on all sorts of things. Yeah. You think you're going to die, don't you? You know, it's not nice. I was just about to show that. Right, 7 minutes in. I need to actually start drinking. So on the nose, I'm not being funny, but you can smell a richness on the nose. There is such a richness, the aroma. Oh, beautiful, bloody beautiful. Malty. Malt my ears. Good evening, Linda. Malty, rich. If this was an imperial stout, it would be decadent, and you know, and all that other that comes with imperials. This to me is the closest thing to an imperial stout that's not an imperial stout. It's absolutely bang on. -1 tomorrow. Ooh, I know, I'm worried about my seeds, I am. Don't know whether to go up to yes, it is. It's truly a treat of an ale. You know, you've got to have it to know it. I mean, I've had it a fair few times over the years, to be fair, but I've not had it for 2 years. So 2 years ago I did a review. It is. Some beers. And do you find that when you drink beers that tick every single box, that you get that smile? I watched Dean's beer reviews the other week, a couple of reviews of his, and snow here tomorrow. We don't want no snow. The beer, I watched him do 2 beer reviews, and both these beers were, for him, is box tickers. Oh, this has always been an amazing beer. Yeah, I just can't get hold of it. And that's why I bought 2 bottles this time. I made sure I got hold of it. This to me is just one of those beers that ticks the boxes. It makes you smile, and it's an oldie. It's not a new beer. It's been around for donkey's years, and this breaks that trend of craft beers being king of all they survey. Craft beers aren't the kings. There are traditional beers that certainly are certainly on a par with the craft beer generation. Yeah. I've got dahlia seedlings up at the marquee, although it has been warm. So with any luck, it's only going to go down for so many hours, and then it will lift up again. So hopefully they'll be okay. It's amazing. Yeah, it is an amazing beer. Only Waitrose sell it as a supermarket, unless you're lucky and it gets delivered to Sainsbury's or Asda by mistake. But half the time you don't see it. A beer that ticks the boxes. I absolutely love this. That's why I had to do a solo review of it. I'm going to do a Fuller's night, a Fuller's Saturday night. Yeah, you won't see it in Sainsbury's. It's only Waitrose. But they have it all the time. So if you've got a Waitrose in driving distance, then you're very lucky. I had to drive 45 minutes to get the bugger. It does. I've not had it for 2 years, and it's one of my very, very favourites. Yeah, Fuller's Night. So yeah, I've got 3 Fuller's beers. I've got a Fuller's Golden Pride, another one. I've got London Porter. I've got something else as well. Oh, 1845, funnily enough. But I'll do each one of them as a single review beforehand, but then I'll do a Fuller's Night. And God, I'm going to be steaming that night. 3 really strong beers and 3 absolute top draw beers. If there's one thing you can say, Fuller's do make some great beers. Their craft beers are not very good. Shite. But their Bengal Lancer, I've not had that for years, you know. Sainsbury's used to do it. I'll have to see if I can get it. Might even do it for next Saturday, a Fuller's Night. Yeah, I think that's an interesting one. Don't matter if it's London Pride, ESB, you know, whichever Fuller's you're going to get. 5.2%, get in. Joseph Oak free delivery again. Oh, might have to do a post about that. Yeah, I know Sainsbury's used to do Bengal Lancer. 35 minutes away. Yeah, mine was 45. Yeah. Can't be drinking this at the start. I'll be steaming. I'll be saying naughty things and get myself into trouble. So yeah. Cheers, Geordie. And thank you for the comment. I'll get the red card. Yeah, you never know. Yeah. Hey, the dog's good actually. Yeah. It still does what he does. You only have to look at the parody review to know about my dog. There's no way I could do 6 beers. No. 1, I wouldn't be able to be down the shed that long, and 2, I'd be steaming. Yeah, with the homebrew, I'm going to use the beer room. Probably put the camera over there and My son's nosy around the corner. Nosy little get. He just pops his head around the corner with a big smile on his face. He's like, but yeah, I'm going to put the camera over there and do the whole process. Franciscana, great beer. And yeah, do it live, because I like the lives. It's good interaction. It's good for people to see me doing it live and understanding. If you don't know how to homebrew, if I'm doing it too quickly, if I show you how to do it and take a bit of time, chat while I'm doing it, it all helps. And obviously, I'm no expert. I have to follow instructions like everybody else does. But sometimes it's nice that you see somebody doing it so you understand the instructions. Well, it's funny, on 2 reviews ago, there was a commenter called Urban Chicken Ale, and he's actually they're a beer company from Nottingham. And I looked at the name straight away when it came out, and it went cheers, and I'm like, oh, I know your name, but I didn't say anything because I felt daft. Yeah, home brewing is a great thing to get into. So much cheaper. Initially, you've got to pay out. You've got to pay out for a fermentation bucket. You've got to pay out maybe for a barrel. You've got to get, either plastic bottles or even glass bottles. You do what you do because they have free beers. I'm always up for free beers. Ah. And it's good to see other beer reviewers. There's so many beers out there that you need a lot of beer reviewers reviewing beers. Yeah, I would say that as well. Yeah. I mean, I use plastic. I use bottles. Recycled bottles. I'm not paying for glass. But I can understand why people do. Yeah, I smoked once as a 12-year-old. Never touched them since. Never been interested. Never would. Never will. Not interested in drugs. But I like a beer. Job's good. And so enjoying this. I'm absolutely desperate for a wee, but I won't go because my son's in the garden, so I can't use the pissing spot. And because he'll see me, and he's got a right gob on him. Yeah, it can be. It can be daunting, and doing live reviews. Live reviews is another step up, because obviously you're seeing the comments flashing in front of you on your camera, or if you've got. What I would say is, if you're ever gonna do live reviews, have a phone. If you're using your phone, use your phone, but have a laptop as well, so you can see the reviews on both sides. It helps. My son's on about buying air conditioning to put in my shed. Pissing the empty homebrew bottle. Yeah, not in front of you lot. Fucking hell. Great cunt. Imagine that on telly. I don't need a barrel at the moment. I'm ready. I've breached the wall. That wall we've all got. 37 people watching. Good evening, all. And we don't normally talk about pissing. It's normally about beer, to be honest. But we do go off on tangents. So, as you can see, a lovely chestnut coloured pour, 8.5%. If I'm being honest, one of the best traditional beers in all the supermarkets. The fact that it's not readily available it's only available in one, is a killer, because Waitrose poured a London Pride. Bless you. London Pride's like a poor cousin, but it's a Fuller's. It is. The 8.5 gives you quite the wallop. Good evening again, Barry. It's a fantastic beer, mate. Have you ever reviewed it or drank it, to be fair? This I would like to know. Oh, it's a goodie. Yeah, it's a strong one. It's beautiful. You've never had it? Oh, get yourself to a Waitrose. There's got to be one near your neck of the woods. Waitrose are the only supermarket who sell it. £2.50 a bottle. Drink it. Let me know when you review it. If you get it and review it, please let me know when you're reviewing it, because I want to see what your reaction is. It's an absolutely gobsmacking traditional beer. Some of the traditional beers absolutely slaughter the craft, and this is one of those beers that has complexities that the craft stuff, you know, not many of the craft stuff has. And you know, it's a lovely beer nonetheless, regardless. If you like Fuller's 1845, you'll love this. It's a beer you have to take your time with. You can't drink it fast. Take your time and enjoy both the aroma, the flavour. Try and pick out the flavours. Ooh, that is a far away. I mean, I had to go a 45-minute trip to get to my local, you know, nearest one. It was a killer. Ah, that's a bugger. You got a push bike? Well, it keeps you fit, I suppose, doesn't it? You know. What I'm really gutted about is the fact that I missed out on the awning low. Waitrose, obviously the awning low was going out of date, so they put awning low, which is £4 a bottle, on a 4 for £6. Fucking hell, 4 for £6 for a £4 bottle. No wonder it's gone out of stock. And obviously I reckon it was a date issue, because you wouldn't stick a £4 bottle on a 4 for £6. You just wouldn't. So I reckon there was a date thing with it, you know, just to get rid. It was going out of date. Jobs are good and get rid. And you know, I missed out on awning though, number 3. Hopefully one day I'll get a thing going with Marston's and get some of their beers for free. But you know, yeah, I had a bike once 20 years ago. Yeah, far too easy to drive these days, and I couldn't cycle all the way to Newark. Fucking hell, I'd be knackered before I get there. So before I piss the wife off, and one doesn't want to wind the missus up, do we? You know, even at Easter. Once I get a gas barbecue again, I'm going to do some wine reviews on the barbie, and you know, chat some rubbish, talk about life and all that. And it's quite funny that the food review actually got quite a lot of hits, and it's I look at what does and what doesn't, and surprisingly sometimes I can review a fantastic beer and it gets crappy views, and then I can review a lager which is absolutely shit and it gets like 300 views, and I'm thinking, but the lager was shit. The beer was 10 times what the lager was. And yeah, it's a strange one. It's a strange one what people who go on YouTube watch. Obviously lager hits the spot with a lot of people. Thank you. And you know, it's for me, it's just an excuse to get down the shed and have a beer. And that beer reviews, it's always been the same. Good evening. It's always been the excuse to go and have a beer and get away with it. Yeah, supermarket beers. That's for me. That's where it's all about, supermarket beers, because we can mostly all get them. I mean, to be fair, you know, the Audi beers, the new Audi beers, they aren't worth a fucking touching. But, you know, opinions matter. Tennant Super, reviewed it the other day. Yes, I thought it was okay, actually. Yeah. I've actually got I've got a can of Tennants to review as well. And my good man, Bullman, actually sent it me. Good evening. Happy Easter. Oh, the weather's been great, hasn't it? Apart from tomorrow. Shit day tomorrow. That's just to get us back in the mood for Tuesday. So, I did like the Audi Stout, and the New England IPA wasn't too bad. I've not had the DIPA, and I need to go for a wee. 2 seconds. Oh, I've breached. I hope the sun's not out the door. No, Ian. Oh dear. One does apologise. 4 beers on the row. Could you hear the motorbike as well? Yeah. Oh dear. Tell you what. It's 4 beers on the row. You know, it does hit you, you know. And if it weren't for the fact that I'm only doing 4 beers, not because I'm a piss artist, but because, although I like a drink, obviously, you know, I won't be doing beer reviews, didn't like a drink. Yeah, I'll give it a good wipe. But just trying to get the beers down because I bought that many, and I like doing these beer reviews. It's my break from reality, which is really weird, isn't it? You know, it's 14 beers. Bless you. I actually was really, really good last night. I did the yeah, gentlemen's watch. I did the 3 beers on the beer chat, went up the house, and that was it. And then later on, I did the Imperial Stout review, and then later on after that, when I couldn't get to sleep, and yeah, no, I'm not doing another one. I've got to go up the house. I'm going to get a bollocking. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice to have a quieter night. I got a red card on Friday morning. I drank a bit too much Thursday night. Oh, didn't I just? And it's nice, isn't it? This is it's not just a release for you, trust me. It's a release for me as well. You've had a few reds. Oh, 4 cans of Vocation Tropical. I didn't like that beer. How did you find the Tropical, if you remember? I've bought me doggy beer. Yeah. Yeah. I actually posted. Funny you should say that. No, I don't really go talking to a lot of people. Off beer reviews, I don't really talk to anyone. It's not that I'm a horrible person. A doggy, you can get dog beers. Yeah, they're not alcoholic. It's like a malty, alcohol-free beer. But the maltiness appeals to dogs. So that's what a dog beer is. I seen it in a pub one day, and I'm there and I'm thinking, a fucking doggy beer. And what's this doggy beer? He says, well, you can give it to your dog, you know. And I thought, took it home, gave it the dog. He loved it. He absolutely wolfed it down. Or dogged it down. Yeah. Doggy style beer. I am barking mad. So, Fuller's Golden Pride. You know, this is a one exceptional beer. Your missus probably, you're probably not as bad as what I am then. It's an exceptional beer, 8.5% on the nose, malty, rich, decadent. On the taste, the same. So much complexities. There's a richness to this that you won't get with most beers out there. If you like King Goblin, you'll absolutely love this. This is a step into a world, you know, above King Goblin, and I love King Goblin. Strange that, you know. Tropical seems to be a bit of a Marmite beer. Funnily enough, 6.4. Chestnut pour, Whitehead. Absolutely amazing. £2.50. And, you know, to be fair, £2.50 these days, when you see craft beers at £3-4 and even £5 for that ice cream sorbet jobby, you know. King Goblin. Good evening. Missed that. Fucking hell. Can't be my face straight now. For me, an exceptional beer. Yeah. From the first time I had it when I worked at Sainsbury's in 2013, and yeah, Joseph Holt free delivery. I need to do a little video later just to go over some of the offers this weekend for those who've got pennies. Out of 5 for me. You've heard what I said about it. You know, you can see by the length of the video, it's been a stunning beer, stunning tasting. And if you can get it, if you've got a Waitrose nearby, do get it and review it, or at least try it if you're not a reviewer. Out of 5. Why is next weekend a 3-day weekend as well? Thank you. Out of 5. I'd give this probably a 4.68 out of 5. I still think the Vocation Imperial Stouts just win through, but this is the best of all the traditional beers I've tried. It is probably the king of traditional beers until I have another Fuller's Imperial or Vintage Stout, whenever that will be. Maple Moon is nice, yeah. Bless you. And as always, thank you everyone. The interaction's brilliant. Chatting, you know, it's what we all need. Just talking to people. And you know, thank you all. You know, it's nice. It's what I love about the beer review community. Since I've Old Roger is another awesome beer, 7.4%. Yes. On different days it can be different. I need to review it, and it's cheap as well. Yeah, thank you everyone. You know, the beer review community, it's an amazing community. So many different people out there. You've got Barry from All the Beer No Idea. You've got So Fucking Drunk 66. Norman, I think your name is, isn't it? Did someone say Norman the other day, or was I dreaming? But you know, obviously you've got Craig, Kent Beer Reviews, Adam from Mersey Beers, the Hop House as well. You know, so many beer reviewers, Geordie as well, and it's nice because everyone's got their own opinion. It's good to watch people. Thank you all. and we'll see you tomorrow, or maybe later tonight if I'm feeling bad. You never know. One never knows. See you later. Cheers.